Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KNDI ATRI Live. So thank you for joining us today for this special review episode. Over the last 3 episodes, we explored key issues that actually are shaping the profession of nutrition and dietetics in Kenya. And today we bring those discussions together into a clear, practical key highlights. So we will review gut health, the episode on professional qualifications, competency-based certification, and the final episode that was done last week on legal framework for CAP 253B. So let us begin. So in episode 12, we looked at gut health, where we were honored to host Mr. Davis Jesse, the CEO and founder of Nutritionists. He was able to elaborate to us how gut health is important. And interestingly, gut is not just about digestion, metabolism, absorption, and excretion. It goes deeply into immunity. His major focus was on gut microbiome, and he also stressed on the essence of nutritionists and dietitians getting to understand deeply how the human body works. And this will be beneficial when you're dealing with a client who has an issue per se, diabetic issue. You're able now to understand which particular aspect in the human body is affected. And in case where you need to prescribe supplements, then you're able to point out a specific supplement, and you'd be able to know, if I introduce this specific supplement, how is it going to assist my client to recover? So ideally, supplements are not just drugs that you go over the counter and you buy, but it goes deeper into the therapeutic effect of that supplement so that you don't reach toxicity. So the key takeaway from this episode was basically we need to ensure that we restore our gut flora and also minimize antibiotic use. He went further and gave deeper details concerning probiotics and even how to balance the gut bacteria and some of the food that we need to take to be able to maintain the normal gut flora. The next episode was on qualifications, competencies, and the scientific categories. This was done by the Chief Executive Officer of KNDI, the regulatory body of nutritionists and dietitians in Kenya, where he went ahead and explained to us how the profession is currently evolving from academic training to competency-based practice, which he clearly distinguished that the qualifications now will be as per the academic training completed, but the competency goes deeper into the ability to apply skills effectively. So some of the qualification pathways that he highlighted on this specific episode for degree level include food science nutrition, public health nutrition, community nutrition, clinical dietetic, and food service diet therapy. If you tune into the episode, you'll be able to actually understand exactly what they do, it's expected of them, and their scope of practice. He also highlighted the key competency development areas, which is renal nutrition, pediatric nutrition, oncology nutrition, critical care nutrition, sports nutrition, and again, the newest competency specialization, holistic nutrition. Kindly go back to the episode and get to understand what they entail. Again, currently, we are having an insurge of professionals who are into research, and with the evolution, they've currently been categorized into scientist class A, senior scientist class B, research scientist class C, senior research scientists, and advanced research scientists. These are senior people in the field of nutrition and dietetics with the ability to mentor and have contributed immensely into the professional and research capacity in the field of nutrition and dietetics. So indeed, the profession is moving toward a system where excellence is defined by qualification and more so competency and specialization. The final episode that we looked at last week was on legal framework, which I throw a question to our viewers, specifically our professionals. What is the name of the act that governs you? So in this specific episode, Dr. David Okeyo clearly stated that it is very essential for professionals and equally the public to understand the mandates of the act that governs nutritionists and dietitians. He went further and said the name of this act is actually Nutritionists and Dietitians Act, Cap 253B of 2007, which was amended. Did you get that right? So he went further and clearly outlined the mandate of these acts. Apart from the mandate of the act, he also dived into and brought us the history of how this act was established. And the most interesting bit is, ideally, currently, this is the only act worldwide that regulates nutritionists and dietitians. And apart from that, it is a self-regulatory act. So now, again, in this episode, we were able to understand the functions of the act, and we went even deeper to look at some of the penalties that someone can face if they do not do or they do not practice within the act. So apart from that, he also encouraged professionals to actively participate in annual general meetings that are held by the institutes, and also encourage the viewers, of course, and professionals to participate in scientific conferences. When it comes to scientific conferences, we have an upcoming 6th International Scientific Conference, as you can see on your screen, with the theme being Excellence in Nutrition Practice, Science, Innovation, and Impact. I therefore take this opportunity to invite all of you to attend the conference. It will be at Kisii University. It's both hybrid. A hybrid conference basically means it's both physical and virtual attendance from 9 to 13th November. You're welcome to submit your abstracts. You're welcome also to sponsor the conference. You're welcome to participate in the side event or even in the learning labs. More information is available on the website, which is the KNDI 6th International website. If you go to your Google, you'll be able to get into our web page. So the key takeaway from this episode was basically on legal framework Cap 253B and the importance of you as a nutritionist or dietitians to be able to understand what governs your practice. We have come to the end of today's episode. Please tune in next Thursday, same day, same time. Goodbye from your host, Wang'ara Laura, and remember to eat informed.